Hello, everybody. Welcome to the African Beat
and Caribbean Heat podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us today. I am Queen Teah.
And I am Obadolas, aka Dollar Man.
Listen, so we are here to just share with you our experiences as this world, and we'll be covering a wide array of topics. So,
most ladies, their end count is to have a relationship, right?
Yeah, I think the same for men as well.
Yeah, for men, but that's where the body count comes apart. Where women's sex to women and sex to men is different.
That I would agree.
Women have sex for a reason. We have it for fun.
No, men have sex for a reason.
No, why I say women have it for a reason, meaning a woman having sex with a man, she's looking for this guy might be a future partner, or she's her mind like, I like this guy, I want to have a future with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She has made up her mind. This guy is cool. I'm in.
So
right? For men, we can have sex just for fun. Or for future. You get what I'm saying? Two things out there.
I understand. Yeah. I believe the same can be said for women as well. But when you just break down just the act of sex, period, the reason why sex happens is to procreate, right? So the man's seed is what comes out of that interaction. So when you're having sex,
how you procreate with a condom?
Excuse me?
How you procreating with a condom?
Oh, well, I mean, if you're not wearing protection, right? If you're not wearing and thank you for saying that. If you're not wearing protection, you know, men and women have sex, and the outcome is that there's a life that's produced. Okay, if you're not wearing a condom or using some other way to protect yourself, but like to only say that men only have sex for enjoyment, where women are having sex just because they want relationship, I don't think is accurate. I believe that both men and women want relationships.
Yes,
they do. Okay, I believe that people have sex has just become like breathing, right? For me, I feel like sex is just, it's lost its luster because like people have sex with anybody whenever they want, and it's like you don't need to be pursuing a relationship with somebody to have sex with them. It's just because you're horny, you want to have sex, you have sex with them.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you have sex just to have sex, or do you have sex for a purpose?
Me personally?
Yes.
I have sex for a purpose.
That's my point. But why I ask that is that this women that have sex with anything, they try to be like a man, like I can fuck, like that. Yes, there's some women there, but they are the minority.
Sure.
The majority of women have sex with a guy for a reason. Guys, guys have sex for a reason, right? But the reason, women have one reason for sex, like the majority, meaning for future, meaning to have a future with somebody, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, why I said that is that if you meet a guy, right, he will take you out. Before you already like him, right? You already feel like, okay, this guy is good. You tick all your check boxes and stuff. This is the guy. And once you give him that, you start doing, maybe cook for him, or call him every day more than he calls you.
Sure.
You start the emotion. Women get the emotion from sex. We don't get our emotion from sex. We get our emotion from communication and what we see in you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's the two difference between a man and woman, right?
That is your perceived difference, and I believe and I believe that there are some valid points to what you're saying. There's definitely differences between how men look at sex and how women look at sex, but there is a reason. Whether it be just for leisure, whether it be just to procreate, whether it be just to build a connection and to see where things go, there is a reason why people have sex, right?
Yeah.
So,
but the reason is different for men and women.
Yeah, and I'm not negating that. I'm not saying that you're incorrect, because that is true. For women, for a lot of women, sex is definitely mental, right? So for guys, you guys are lucky in that, like, you are ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the thought of you having sex, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that's the thought of having sex, like y'all ready to go. Whereas with women, like it's gonna take us some time to like kind of build up to that. So like for us, you gotta romance us the entire day. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta start in the morning, like checking in, see how you're doing. Like I've been thinking about you, like whatever. So like all those things that you're doing, you're getting her ready for like when it actually happens. Versus like when the men, like y'all show up, y'all ready to go. It don't work that way. So I understand like there's definitely fundamental differences in how women look at sex and how men look at sex. But there's still outcomes that we are both looking for in that.
And that's what I tell you, a woman can have an outcome. I'm talking about, when I say stuff, I'm talking about the majority of women that want a relationship, right? Of I want a relationship. Their sex is more of, you know, future or something to come out of it, right?
Okay.
While a man can meet you and see that, okay, he don't like anything about you, right?
Yeah.
But maybe he has spent money on a date.
And now he thinks he's owed sex.
And like he'd be like, you know what? Let me just get this. And
now he thinks he's owed sex, ladies, because he spent money on dinner.
But let me shock you though.
Yeah, come on, shock me.
You know, a man can meet you and like you, right?
Okay.
And like maybe like he's used to like girls giving him like low keys and you know, and then he meets you, you're amazing, the communication is powerful. He talks to you like hours on the phone and you guys talk every day.
Sure.
You never experienced that. Do you know this guy is not even gonna think about sex? You're the one that's gonna like, so when are we gonna have sex? He will never ask you, okay, what's your color of your pant or what was I say? He will never bring that up. He will just conversation 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. He will never talk about sex. You the woman will be like, what's wrong with this guy?
You wanna know why I think that's the case?
Gay? Yeah.
Because that's what women are used to. That's what women are used to. So women are used to being pursued for that, right? So if you are, if she is talking to a man, and like they have really great conversation, they connect really well, but like he's not taking the initiative to like initiate a physical, then she's gonna question like, so what we doing? Like, do you not like me? Like, you know. So I get that. But let me ask you a question. So this is a really good segue.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts about women initiating sex? Do you feel that it should always be the man that initiates that, or are men like wanting women to initiate sex as well? What are your thoughts on that?
I would say like it's different depending on like traditional men.
Here we go, this traditional.
Men's traditional don't like any woman to initiate any sex. We like to initiate it. Just like me personally. If a woman comes to me, like I'm in a club or somewhere chilling, and a woman comes to me, hey, you look beautiful, man. Can I buy you a drink?
You're like, nah.
I'm good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm good. She could be like beautiful from down to earth, sexy, but inside me, I'm like, there's something wrong.
Why would there need to be something wrong?
Because it's not for me as a man. It's not normal for a woman. Either you feel like maybe your life is threatened or somebody's using her to bring you down. Because if you look at all the people, the great people in the Bible, Samson, and all that, a woman brought them down.
Jesus, here we go.
You know, so
they love to blame women for everything.
So we like men it's a normal role where just like if a guy comes to a woman and say, hey, I like you, percent of the time she's gonna like walk away or curse him out
1,000% of the time.
Or like pour the drink on him or stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might be a good dude, but he's a firm guy, right?
Oh my gosh.
So it's the same way that
you
way
need to learn how to talk to women.
That way you feel is the way we feel when a woman comes to us.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So what
men don't like a woman initiating the sex. It's more nice if we initiate the sex.
So I think it goes back to what you were talking about in one of our episodes about the chase.
Yeah,
but
you have some men that are okay with that.
Yeah.
So nowadays, there's different. Men has levels.
Okay.
For my country, we call it levels.
Okay.
There's an alpha male, and there's a male.
Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
You have males that don't mind doing anything. I've seen a guy, one of my cousin, right, got married, right, and her and the husband was chilling, right?
Okay.
And she decided to paint his mouth with a lipstick. Give him a lipstick, put him makeup and stuff,
What?
and doing Facebook, like Facebook.
Yeah.
I said, who does that?
What?
I will never do that.
And he let her do it.
And he let her do it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what works in their relationship, I guess.
No,
but not for you.
It's not for me as a man. That's not right.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It feels like you being a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting man stuff in you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And putting the life. You're not gonna like. You like, nah, that's weird. Women's are gonna like, what the hell is she doing? You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's stuff that men should do, and there's stuff that women should do, and that's what makes us unique as a human being.
That's interesting. So what I'm hearing you say is that for you, your perspective is that when it comes to initiating like physical intimacy, that you would prefer as a man that you're the one that's initiating it versus
for the first time.
For the first time. Okay.
Yeah. If we've been together for like.
And then it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
But sometimes I got some stuff in my mind.
Sure.
And then she's like, she honey, and she's like, maybe she's my girlfriend or my wife.
Yeah.
And then she's like, maybe then I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it, But the first time,
it needs to be you.
First, second, and possibly third needs to be the man.
Okay, I got you.
Because that will show us that
we can follow your lead.
You can follow the lead, and I'm a leader.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So,
and then you respect me by observing me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think for me, when it comes to initiating intimacy, I'm very, 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 very traditional in that sense. Like I would never approach a guy. I would see a guy, and I think he's attractive, but like I would never initiate. Because I feel that men need to pursue the woman. So like I'm okay with that. Like would I like maybe throw some subtle hints to kind of show him like I'm interested to kind of open the door? Yeah, of course. But like I've also seen in some instances, like a friend of mine and I, we went out a while ago, and she saw a guy at the bar that she thought was handsome. So she ordered a drink. Like she said to the bartender, like whatever he's drinking, like get him another and put it on my tab. Right? So then the bartender did, and then the guy came over, like he kind of gestured like, she did that. So the guy came over and like was like, thank you. And then they kind of, I don't know what happened after that. They spoke and we exchanged information, whatever. But like I thought that was pretty cool. Like I didn't think it was anything that like showed like she was trying to be aggressive or like trying to pretend like she's a man. But I think that she saw someone that she liked. She kind of opened up that door, but then like with her doing that, he still approached her. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a nice gesture.
It is a nice gesture. But I think in today's society, you see a lot where women are the pursuers now. I think it may have a lot to do with like women empowerment. Not to say like women want to be men or that some women want to be equal, because we can never be equal to men. But I think it has a lot to do with just women just going for what they want. So like if you see somebody and you think they're handsome, like I don't see anything wrong as a woman, like you approaching that person and just exchanging pleasantries. It doesn't mean that you want to take a moment and have sex with him, but like you see a guy in public and like he's dressed really nice, like oh my gosh, I love that shirt. Or like he walks past you and you smell like his wind goes past you and you smell his cologne. Like you turn around like, oh my gosh, I love that cologne. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But so like what would you feel about like if a woman were to do that?
It depends on the level of it, because sometimes when a woman approaches a man, the man gonna look at her as like less, and it's gonna end up in sex.
I'm curious. Why would he look at her?
Because for a woman to approach a man, right, that means she's easy. That means I don't need to work on her.
Why would you automatically think that?
It happens. That's how. Life is a role where anything that comes easy, you're not gonna value it. But anything you work hard for, you're gonna value it more. So I believe in a woman giving a man. You can give a man a sign, like you can like for me, if I see a girl I like,
Sure.
I'll be looking at her, right?
Yeah.
And once she looks at me, because women are fast in seeing a man. When they look at you, they look up, down in a flash.
Yeah, we know.
So they already know, like, I like this guy or not.
Sure.
Us, before we finalize, I want to talk to her, it might take like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And then by the time we're looking at 5 minutes of looking at her, and then she already looked at us for 1 second and knows
like,
she likes
nope,
us.
I'm good.
Yeah, so when I look at a girl like that, right?
Yeah.
She usually looks at me and smile or give me that eye.
You're like, okay, that's
and then
it.
I'm like, yeah, I take my drink or whatever, I talk to her.
Yeah.
And that's it. But if I'm sitting down, right, and a woman comes all the way to me and say, hey, boy, you look nice. I like your hat, your clothes.
Yeah.
You know, then I talk to her. She's like, your accent is sexy and stuff. And then we start talking, getting to know each other. My mind is like, damn, she approached me.
Yeah.
I look her down. I might not like her.
Because she approached you.
Yeah. No, because I might not like, don't got what I want. Because men, we're physical beings, right?
Sure, yeah.
For a man to approach you, we're not even thinking about your personality.
That's the thing.
Or your stuff. It's the physical that makes us come forward.
Yeah.
So once we look at the physical, right, then we will gather the courage to come forward, right?
Yeah.
So if she's coming to me, right, okay, me, I like ass. I like a woman with a nice ass. So I'm looking at her, she don't have that big ass.
You're
right?
like, I'm cool.
Yeah. So I'm cool, right? But I'm like, she came to me and it's a nice night. I said, you know what? Let me hit it.
Oh my God.
In my mind, I know it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere else.
Once I hit it, I ain't calling her again. You know, that's the end of it. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So that's enough time. That's what happens, right? So that's why it's better for a man to chase a woman. Because even though in America, where I'm from, a woman doesn't chase you. Chase her till you sweat.
Oh my goodness.
You know, before she even accept, right? Here, women are chasing men, but if you look at the end of result, it doesn't turn out well. Because she comes, he doesn't call me. Why didn't I stand? Men's are this, men's are that. There's a reason why it doesn't turn out well.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. So you are okay with a woman initiating intimacy after you've initiated the first couple of times.
Yeah.
You may not be okay with a woman approaching you and kind of striking up a conversation, especially if she's aesthetically not what you're looking for.
Yes.
But you may still look at that as an opportunity to connect with her physically.
Yes.
Okay. So it's interesting because a lot of women, some women, don't have an issue approaching a guy, right? So again, you could be at the gym, you can be in the grocery store, you can be anywhere, and you see a guy and he looks attractive. Like you see him, he looks like he works out. You know, he's clean shaved, nice haircut.
Just like me, right?
Someone that looks like you, right? You see him in the grocery store and he's like, he got in his basket, he got fruits and vegetables, so he looks like he eats really nice. So like we peep all of those things, you know. Like I heard you, like, guys see like, you know, if you're like an ass guy, or if you like tits or whatever, and you see her physicality, she has those things, those specs you like, you might approach her. And then, but like, we're looking at, like, I'm looking at your left hand to see if you got a wedding ring on. You know what I'm saying? So like, guys will still approach women with wedding rings on. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? But we're looking at all these different things before, like, we may decide to shoot our shot. So like, you know, you see him, like, you know, I'll strike up a conversation, offer a compliment, because like, men don't get compliments at all. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was on TikTok earlier today, and this video came up on my For You page, and it was a girl, I think she worked at a gym or something, and she was at the gym, and she was passing out flowers to these guys that were in the gym. And the flowers had like an affirmation statement, and it was a different one for each guy. So she approached them. They're working out, doing their sets and reps or whatever. And she approached them. She's like, I want to offer you this flower. And so like they grab a flower. The guy said, thank you so much. He said, well, there's an affirmation attached to it. And the affirmation can be like, you're important, you're valuable, you know, like you're what you have to contribute to this world, and your family is of utmost importance. And just to kind of see the look on the guys' faces to get those compliments, I think it did a world of difference. So I feel like in those spaces, when it comes to women, when they do approach men, I feel like it comes from a space of like them acknowledging the man and like offering a compliment that has nothing to do with the man's exterior. Whereas like with men, I'll say for me personally, because I have, you know, features that guys like, and whenever I'm approached, that's what they reference. Like, oh man, you got a nice da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, get away from me. You know, I'm like, leave me alone, because like, you know, so then for me, like, if that's how you're going to approach me, I'm like, okay, you only want, because you're referencing this part of my body that you like, which I appreciate, but like, I don't want to hear that.
You see what I said, women don't like the truth?
But I'm not, listen, I know I got a nice ... I'm not going to say what it is.
Well, you don't want to hear the truth.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when women approach men to either like share their interest in them, like they're complimenting something that doesn't really have much to do with the man's physical. Okay? So like it could be like, he's dressed nice. Like I like that shirt, or I love the smell of your cologne, or oh, what's that vegetable? I've never seen that vegetable before. Like you know, and then like I think some guys may appreciate that. And I don't think it's like the woman is being aggressive or trying to say like, you know, she's trying to like take you to bed or whatever. But I think like we just have to kind of be open in this new space of dating when it comes to like how men and women interact. And like women, we need to do a better job of like really bigging up our guys, like, you know, telling them that they're valued, telling them that, you know, we care for them, we love them, we support them, we encourage them, because men don't hear that a lot. You know what I'm saying? All they hear is that they have to do this. I gotta go to work, I gotta provide, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And it's just like, you don't ever take the time to like really just appreciate the man for being the man. And just for like, you know, having to endure all the pressures that come with being a man in this world that us as women will never know, and vice versa. All the pressures that us as women have to deal with, men will never know. At least they like to try to think they know, but they will never know. But I think if we just like take the opportunity to really acknowledge those things there, I think it will take the pressure off. And like men won't think that women are being aggressive and like trying to like be a man if she's approaching him.
It's